Notts County Talk. Me and Tom are going to give our player ratings after a shaky 4-2 win over Barnet at home. We will go straight into it. Sam Slocum.
6, because he's pushed the ball out into just the only area you couldn't push the ball out for their second.
I'd agree with you there. I think a 6 as well. I think the keeper, who's been in the game as long as he has, when a ball gets shot across you like that, you know, sort of anywhere but there, when there's a player who's not even being marked.
I mean, he should be being marked.
He should be being marked. It's not solely Sam Slocum's fault for that. I take that on board. But I think, you know, as much as it is a good initial save, it's not always about the initial save, it's about where you put it after that save. So I think 6 is a fair review of Slocum.
Yeah. Go left back, because this is the player that should have been marking, I think, for their second. McCrory hard. First time he's come back in. Looked a bit rusty. 6.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give him a 6 as well. He's not going to be the sharpest of players on the pitch. We all knew it. He's obviously going to know it. It's going to be nice to see him getting a few games under his belt, having Chickson sort of breathing down his neck a little bit. If them two can sort of get that little thing that Brindley and Kelly Evans had last season, where they're sort of fighting for that position, I think they can really push for that position to be a strong position on the pitch. So yeah, I'd agree with that as well. I think a 6.
Should we go to the other fullback, Kelly Evans?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to be negative about Kelly Evans, but it wasn't his best game today.
No, he just nothing seemed to go right for him.
No.
I'm really debating what to give him.
The thing I would like to say is, as much as he's not had one of his best games today, I just think he needs that consistency of play. I think he needs that, maybe not even week in, week out, if he just plays once a week, because we're going to have that sort of vigorous Saturday, Tuesday now, aren't we, as we all know. So if you can sort of start one of those games, I think you'll see the best of Kelly Evans this season. I don't think we can be too harsh on him, but in saying that, we are rating him for this match, so I'm going to go 7, because first half an hour, he was quite pivotal when it came to attacking, I thought.
Okay.
He fed, you know, some good passes through to Roberts. Might be a bit biased because he is one of my favourite players at Notts, but I just think that first half an hour is quite good. What do you make of it?
I'm going to go, it's going to be the lowest I've ever given him. I've given him a 6 before, so I'm going 5.9. He lost the ball a lot. Their first goal, he was too weak. Him and Sam Graham were too weak, so I'm going 5.9. It hurts me to say.
Oh, then you mentioned his name there. We'll go on to Sam Graham.
6.5. Won a fair few headers coming into the box. Him and Rawlinson both did quite well for that. For me, there was too many crosses coming in, which again links to Kelly Evans and McCrory. They had to deal with quite a lot. First goal, he wasn't strong enough, but his overall play in the rest of them, first start of the season, I'm going to go 6.5.
I think, albeit, you know, he's sort of at fault for the first goal, he's done quite well today, I thought. You've got to consider, in terms of competitive games, he's not had one since the last time he played for Notts, which was a long time ago, almost a year ago. So I'm going to give him a 7 on the basis of coming back into competitive football, league football, where, you know, it's a hard league, it's a real tough, you know, strengthy league. He's done quite well, you know, he's done well.
And Rawlinson, I'm going to go 6.5, because I can't give any defenders higher than that when you've conceded 2.
Yeah, two sloppy goals as well, because there wasn't passages of play where you looked like Barnet were on top all game, was there? It's not like they were sort of breathing down our necks all game and it was a real tough battle. It was sort of like we were weak and they took advantage of it. So yeah. I'll agree with you on that, I think, yeah, definitely. In front of those, we will go for Doyle, goal scorer.
Yeah, again, some of the passes brilliant.
That pass that he played it through to Wharton, didn't he, quite early on in the game, and Wharton hit the post. What a pass that was. It doesn't get much better than that.
I'm going 8.
I'm going 8. Brilliant.
What is he, 37, 38?
39.
39.
It's mad, isn't it?
He's got an 8.
It's mad.
Engine, 3 games in a week and doesn't even look tired at the end of it. Can bomb forward to get the goal, so 8 for me.
Yeah.
Jake Reeves.
Absolutely brilliant.
What a partnership he's got with
Doyle. Assisted him for a goal.
Yeah.
You know, albeit Wharton left it, and it was a great leave by Wharton. He could have attacked it and maybe got himself a goal, but he left it for the captain. And
it's good as an assist for me, that is.
Yeah, I mean, I said it in one of the videos we did previously. It looked like we were sort of playing corners, and I'm just so glad Reeves didn't go for the corner and shut the game dead there, didn't he?
For that, he gets an 8.
I'm going to give him 8.5.
Fair enough.
I think he was quite good. So other central sort of midfielder, because we were playing a 4-3-3 today, was Rodriguez, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad to see him start.
Yeah.
I think he was good for the sort of stages where he's not started a game.
Yeah.
I thought he looked lively, I thought he looked dangerous. A few times, one where he could have squared it, but he ran it to the touchline where if he'd have squared it, I think Wharton was through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7 for him today.
Yeah, I think 7's a fair reflection.
There's a player in there.
There's a 100%. I was going to go on to say, you're sort of thinking if he's going to be getting regular starting football, which, like I previously said in this video, Saturday, Tuesday, not every player's going to be able to sort of stay at the top form. He's going to get plenty of starts, I think, this season.
Yeah.
And if he can, really get the ball rolling, he'll be one of the favourites, I think.
Let's go another man that started his first game.
Enzio Baldwin.
Got a goal.
Yeah.
7.5. I've not got too much to say about his performance. He got the goal. He's always obviously a threat. It was early on in the first half where he blazed it over when Notts had the first 5 minutes where they were storming it. And he's taken 3 players out with one move.
I think the thing about Enzio for me is that if you're an opposing player and you're looking at the starting lineup for Notts and you're seeing his name in it, I think he's the most feared name. When you look at the goals he scored last season, he scored a couple decent goals on TV. I mean, other than Roberts, you can't really see who else he's going to come over in terms of fear factor. I'm going to give him an 8. I think his goal was very good. He normally absolutely blasts them top corner, but he's picked it out.
Well, I'm just thinking, if you're the Barnet manager and you get Enzio, you see he's on the team sheet, the first thing you say is, no shots at the edge of the box.
Don't let him cut in.
What do? The first 5 minutes they let him cut in and it's not a great shot. And then they give him a free shot at the edge of the box.
He was wide open as well.
Like, he could have taken another touch, like, ridiculous.
100%.
And that's why I feel like Notts missed a trick, only getting 4. Because the first half we could have had 4 at least. And that's what I said in the Altrincham game about taking our chances. Between Altrincham and Barnet today, Notts could have had 12.
Literally. You're not even exaggerating by saying that.
Exactly.
I agree.
He could have more.
Yeah.
But yeah, good from Enzio on his first start. And then...
Probably man of the match in my opinion, Carl Roberts.
Yeah.
9.5, 2 assists, a goal, so much attacking intent. It's stupid, really, isn't it?
I'm gonna go 9.5.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
The only thing is, I think sometimes he holds on to the ball too long, and there's a better option. But when you've got that ability and you know that you can keep cutting in, like his goal today when he scored, you know you've got that ability. The one where he hit the post the other day, you've got to back yourself, but there's a few times you could release it earlier, so I'm gonna agree with you on the scoreline.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think you're spot on. And last starting player, we'll go with Kyle Wootton. Hit the post early on, got a goal.
Great assist with quick feet for Roberts.
I'm going 9.
I'm going 9.
What a player!
Yeah.
I mean, today he's really shone, hasn't he? What a player!
Yeah.
He just really looks like he's in his own, in his element. I mean, it's fantastic today.
He's just like he stepped up. He's one of the players that stepped up from last season. It feels like last season for a lot of players where it was an odd start to the season, and he wasn't a permanent player when he signed. It feels like this pre-season
stability. Innit?
Yeah, and we're seeing the player he was always going to be. So yeah,
there was that time as well, wasn't there, where he signed the permanent deal, where he had a bit of a quiet spell, didn't it? But now it's all settled down, and we've sort of got that solid squad. It's shown, isn't it?
We've already mentioned it when he stepped over the ball for Doyle. He probably got a shout from Doyle, but still, that's a striker. You've got to pick your times to be selfish and when not to be.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
let's go to the subs. So we've got Jim O'Brien.
Looked aggressive.
Yeah, he kept the ball quite well, I thought.
Yeah, I thought he was good. I'm going to give him a 6 because he wasn't on too long to make too much of an impression.
I'm going to give him a 6. Where's Thomas? I'm giving him a 7.
I'm
giving him a 7.5.
He's very good this season, isn't he?
Yeah, very, very good.
He's very in form, I think. I think the only reason he didn't start today would have been sort of fitness related.
Yeah, I just think he's for me. He's aside from Wootton, he's the next best player to come back, even over Roberts for me, because Thomas showed he's just been unbelievable. 33 years of age. What he did against Altrincham to get the assists.
Yeah.
Today he's come on straight away, found himself space for a header. He's won the ball, crossed it, nearly got a goal for O'Brien, I think. Yeah, really good.
And last but not least, Brinley came on, didn't he, for Roberts, very near the end. Gonna have to give him a 6 because we didn't see enough of him.
Yeah.
You know, that mediocre score we always give, but that sort of wraps it up, doesn't it, really, for player ratings?
Yeah, an odd game. Some players unbelievable 9.5s, others 5.9s.
I think we've got to learn a lot from that game. game management. If we can learn from that, and we can sort of push, like I said, the first half, and sort of push it across 80 minutes to 90 minutes of a game, we're going to have a very positive.
If it tells
season,
me one thing is, if we sort the defence out, we've scored 7-2.
Yeah.
And if we sort that defence out, I've already said we could have had 12-2. We're going to be flying.